about to tell you high-class information. This information you may have heard about, but not in this way. This is information that has been around for centuries, and many people do know about it, yet the media chooses to not share in mainstream sources. Welcome to Growing with the Seqqoÿas. You're watching Source News. This is the pineal gland. The pineal gland is a gland in the middle of everybody's brain. The pineal gland reacts to light similarly to the way that our two eyes react to light. The pineal gland is considered the third eye. In many religions, over many centuries, the pineal gland has been referenced and symbolized. It is the antenna to source. Stay with me, people. I know this might be sounding like la-di-da-di-doo-doo, but there is scientific evidence to back this up. The pineal gland contains crystals, and the pineal gland actually becomes calcified when meat and dairy is ingested with all of the hormones and chemicals that is placed in modern non-organic products. As well as fluoride. Fluoride is found in most water, as well as toothpaste. This is a great reason why everybody should drink alkaline water. Drinking alkaline water helps to decalcify the pineal gland. Something else that helps to decalcify the pineal gland is meditation. In meditation, you have the ability to regulate the pressure of your body through your breath. Bringing the oxygen up through your body, putting pressure onto your pineal gland, places pressure on these crystals on your pineal gland, which activates these crystals, emitting electromagnetic frequencies, creating an electromagnetic field around your human body.
Magnets attract. So whatever you're thinking and feeling, you're creating that electromagnetic field that is attracting more of that same thing. Combining high frequency emotions like love and gratitude with the thought of your future self in the place that you want to be will generate a very powerful electromagnetic field around your body. And that field is going to attract whatever you are grateful for. Does this make sense?
It sure does, Ryan Seqqoÿa. Some people can consider this your aura. The pineal gland regulates your wake and sleep patterns. Scientists don't know the official reason of why humans sleep. However, they do know that the pineal gland secretes melatonin, which regulates your wake and sleep patterns. So one may ask, why haven't I heard of this pineal gland? And it is because the pineal gland has special powers. If everybody were to exercise their pineal gland, everybody would see that we are all equal. There should be no reason for hate, war, greed, or anything materialistic to satisfy your soul. People are changing. People's consciousness is expanding. You see it all around the world. People are beginning to truly stand up for themselves. China is protesting in the streets for democracy. The G7 leaders are coming to donate $20 million to help reforestation efforts in the Amazon. Yes, it could be more. However, people everywhere are trying their best to find alternative ways of how everyone can personally make a difference. The Amazon was set on fire purposely to raise cattle. This meant that the new leader of Brazil allowed to happen and passed a new law that farmers can burn down Amazon to clear space to raise cattle to eat meat. This is ruining the lives of millions of indigenous people, completely destructing sacred animals and herbs on the planet. However, there have been numerous efforts going towards the reforestation of the Amazon. We have a shirt that you can purchase where 100% of the proceeds will go to planting trees in the Amazon. We also have a Mercy for the Earth song where anybody can express their creativity on this track, whether that be musically, a dance expression, poetically, any sort of form. How the earth is speaking through you.
Mercy, 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 yeah, the earth say, have mercy on me. Mercy, 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 yeah, the earth say, have mercy on me.
Coming to you live from the streets of San Diego, you're watching Source News.
Alright, what's your name?
I'm Chris.
Chris Darian.
Nice to meet you, Darian.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
So you were raised Buddhist.
Was.
And so now you feel like there's a whole mysticism around meditation, or what?
Well, I do see sometimes, like, you know, that mindfulness kind of uses like a catch-all phrase. For me, it's just kind of, it's like hard to really wrap my mind around anything that doesn't just like liberate people. To me, mindfulness is like the next step is self-awareness. And self-awareness is like, how could you not want to liberate oneself? For me, it's really coupled with action. You know, it's like I meditate, I become more self-aware.
I feel like once you start really getting into that deep state of meditation, you're meditating all the time, so every actions that you take are in that mindful way. So when you're taking mindful actions, you're going to automatically get to where you want to be.
I think so, because then you're not acting on your default mode.
Yeah.
Have you heard much about that? Default mode network, default mode programming? We as a human race really have to do things differently right now.
Yes.
All of the things.
Yeah.
How we consume, how we structure our society, how we communicate to each other, how we view ourselves, everything has to change. And so I think that's like taking mindfulness into practice again. It's like, you know, just doing things differently.
Yeah.
What do you normally do? Do it different today. Like, you know, how do you normally drive to work? Maybe take a longer route today. How do you normally talk to people? Talk differently. It's pretty simple. We can create neurodivergence and neuroplasticity all the time.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't take psychedelics, it doesn't take mindfulness. These are just tried and true, guaranteed ways to see results. You know, so that's good. Expediting the process, right? I mean, you can take psychedelics, a mushroom trip, condense maybe 30 years of therapy down into a night. You can take mindfulness or meditation and condense maybe millennia of understanding down into a lifetime, right?
Absolutely.
So these things are just like expediting. That's important.
Absolutely.
And we need to right now because there's so much change that needs to happen. Our default mode is gonna destroy the planet. That's our default.
It's
Right.
not. It's not. I believe that we weren't born into that. I believe that we were conditioned into believing that we are in that state of being helpless and being only individuals. Growing up in any sort of society, we get conditioned to the social conditions and the
Right.
structures of that society. Like, it's like we're all living in bubbles upon bubbles upon bubbles. Like, your family life is one bubble, your neighborhood is one bubble, your state is a bubble, your country, and then the world is just like, and then the universe.
Yeah.
So it's all of these bubbles and micro bubbles, but it's really all the same.
Yeah.
And we're really all, you can really see once you start to really look at it, outside of this, you see that it's all the same.
Right. I like that idea of we're not, that we were given the colonialism, we were given the fear, and then that isn't our human nature. I like that. I think, yeah, that's definitely what it should be. Yeah, because if you look at kids,
Yeah.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
look at children. That's a great example. You can take Palestinian children and children from Israel, and they play together
Yes.
every time. So that's a really good example of like, what if we're born that way? What happens along the way that changes it?
Everything that's happening right now is absolutely perfect. It's gotten us to the place that we need to be where we can open our minds and really see what's been going on. We've been programmed, people! The commercials tell you that you need this thing to be happy. That you need this thing. And if somebody else has that thing and you see them, then you're automatically going to think that they're happy. And so you want that thing and you're jealous of them because they have that thing and you don't have that thing. But really, that person over there with that thing is over here looking at you with your cool shirt and thinking, man, I wish I had that cool shirt. And they're unhappy and jealous thinking about that because of the programming of consumerism. Speaking of consuming, what are you consuming? What are you putting in your body? Are you eating something that has been stressed, in a cage, afraid, absorbing the energy of fear? Or are you putting into your body a plant that was grown with love and respect from an organic local farm where the farmers really care about their crops and put that loving energy into that plant? And that plant is not being killed when you're harvesting it, but you're rather helping it to grow more. Because when you take those fruits off the plant, it allows space for the plant to grow even bigger and better and juicier fruits. Living food versus dead food. The programming comes in many different forms. It's actually been scientifically proven that the human body has energy centers. Some people call them chakras. These energy centers hold different emotions, they hold different experiences, they hold different memories. Our energy centers that govern things like survival are being hijacked by this programming. So these energy centers of survival are so overwhelmed and overstimulated, overcharged. Our survival instincts are being triggered when we watch these programs. Literally programs. And so in meditation, it's possible for us to get to a place where we have control over the energy in our bodies and we can move that energy up and align our system. all being aligned. Being aligned. Aligned beings. Aligned beings do not harm other beings. Imagine a world full of aligned beings. Research shows that meditation is one of the #1 ways to get yourself into alignment. And when you're in alignment, you need no things outside of yourself. So the media and these programs try to keep us out of alignment because then we won't need all the things that we spend our money on that gives energy to these other beings. These greed-filled beings. These beings who have been overrun with programming from centuries and centuries, millenniums, tens of thousands of years of programming.
Outside of our basic needs, breathing, eating, sleeping, and loving, we really don't need anything at all. Having that materialistic item will do nothing for your actual being besides give you a very momentary gratification of external joy. Because this shirt can only give this body external joy. This shirt does not give my soul external joy because my soul has no body to even wear a shirt.
It's also very easy and free to break free. Studies now show that meditation is the best way to connect with yourself.